You have 9 siblings, right?
Yep, that's right. Got 6 brothers and 3 sisters.
What are some of your best memories that you have of just being around your family, and what are some of your biggest advantages of having so many siblings?
You know, I got a lot of brothers, so I learned how to fight because I used to have to fight them all the time. One of the good times was when we have Thanksgiving, we all come together for dinner and it's all laughs and everything. That's what I miss, when everybody was happy.
So on No More Love, you talked about an abortion or something like that?
You got the money, go on, spend it, about $600. I spent $1,200 on my first. This was before I blew up. I was almost right before it was illegal. The day I got my abortion, it was 1 day before 4 months. So when you turn 4 months, it's illegal in the state of Tennessee. I feel like it's a woman's body. A woman should be able to do whatever she want to do with her body. If you want to keep it, keep it. I'm with it. But if you ain't ready for it, you ain't ready for it. Everybody make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? It happens.
You got Boosie raccoon eyes talking about some, I'm not on nobody's side, but I'm just saying you are taking sides.
I ain't siding with GloRilla, I ain't siding with BroRilla.
Cause basically you saying she ain't got no money, so she ain't trying to give us nothing.
People be thinking we have more money than we have. If we get everybody, we gonna be broke.
You justifying her. I don't give a what y'all think about Boosie. I don't care about his fan base. I don't care about none of that. This on Tubi movies. So guess what? He fell off.
Comment your thoughts on this.
I used to be my mama like assistant. She used to try to make me be the snitch, but I never used to snitch. And she used to get mad every time I ain't snitch. I had 2 other sisters that used to snitch. Like, I was close to my brothers. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, my family, we ain't as close. It's 10 of us, but we kind of throwed off. We ain't normal. We be beefing all the time, like, serious beefing. Like,
Right.
They be ready to kill each other for real. I talk to them, but, like, it's some of them I don't talk to.
Oh, one man. You know, I look up to God.
And God is a woman.
No, God ain't a woman. I just go up to God. That's all I look up to, period.
You recently said you were single and celibate until God sends you a husband. What's up with that?
I'm saying, I ain't worried about no nigga right now.
You celibate or you selling it? The world wants to know.
I'm just single and celibate.
Single and celibate. Not selling it. You recently posted a picture pregnant, playing with people too much. Who did you get for real? Like when they really like, oh, so you really pregnant?
Everybody thought that. Yeah. Everybody was calling, everybody on my team, everybody calling my family. They like, is she really pregnant? Like, y'all just saw me on stage with a six-pack. Like,
right.
When the fuck did I get that pregnant?
That crazy.
They should have known that shit wasn't real. I don't know why. And then I play too much anyway. Like, you be taking me too serious sometimes.
Something isn't adding up right now. And fans are starting to notice. Because what started as a simple post has now turned into a full-blown internet investigation. And the more people look into it, the more questions start popping up. Is this just another rumor? Or is there something being carefully hidden in plain sight? And somehow, this isn't even the only situation blowing up right now. Because while one artist is trying to shut down speculation, another is getting pulled into a controversy that could completely change how people see him. It all began with one picture. Nothing crazy at first glance, just a normal post. But fans, they don't miss details anymore. The moment GloRilla uploaded it, people zoomed in. And that's when they saw it. A slight bump. Now on its own, that wouldn't mean much. But fans didn't stop there. They started connecting patterns. Because recently, her whole style had changed. More oversized shirts, more jackets, more layers. And for someone known for confident, body-showing outfits, this shift didn't go unnoticed. So now it wasn't just about one picture anymore. It was about a pattern. And once the internet smells a pattern, it doesn't let go. But things only got messier from there. Eventually, she responded. Not with a long explanation, not with a breakdown, just a short caption that basically told everyone to be quiet. And then came the video. Flat stomach. Quick clip. Almost like a direct response to the rumors. Case closed, right? Not even close. Because instead of ending the conversation, it made things worse. People started questioning the timing, then the setting, and then the biggest theory of all started spreading. What if that video wasn't recent? Fans began pointing out that the background looked familiar. Some even claimed it matched her old place. And if that's true, then this wasn't proof. It was strategy. Now, whether that's real or not, nobody knows for sure. But one thing is clear, a lot of people aren't convinced. And just as this debate was getting louder, another situation came crashing in out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, a completely different story started trending. And this one, way more serious. It involved Gucci Mane and what was supposed to be a normal business move. The setup seemed simple. A meeting, a studio. Nothing unusual, but according to reports, it quickly turned into something else entirely. What was supposed to be business allegedly became a setup, and within moments, the situation escalated. Items were taken, people were threatened, the whole room flipped. And the wildest part, some of it ended up online, which instantly turned a private situation into public chaos. But even that wasn't the craziest part, because what happened after is what really got people talking. Once details started coming out, one question took over everything. Who spoke up? Because paperwork surfaced. And inside it, there were details that pointed towards someone cooperating. Now, technically, it didn't clearly say who started it, but fans didn't wait for confirmation. They started connecting names. And somehow, Gucci Mane ended up at the center of it, which instantly created a problem. Because old clips started resurfacing. Clips where he clearly said he doesn't deal with law enforcement, that he keeps everything in the streets. And now, people are saying the opposite might have happened. Now, to be fair, nothing is 100% confirmed. But in today's internet culture, perception moves faster than facts. And once a narrative starts forming, it's almost impossible to stop it. But then, someone else stepped in and made things even louder. Right when everything was already messy, 50 Cent jumped in. And if you know anything about him, you already know what that means. He didn't stay quiet. He didn't stay neutral. He posted. And not just anything, he highlighted the situation in a way that made everyone stop and look twice. The kind of post that doesn't just comment on the situation, it amplifies it. Adding sarcasm, adding pressure, adding attention, and just like that, the situation went from serious to viral. Now it wasn't just fans talking, it was blogs, pages, comment sections going crazy. The whole internet started picking sides, some defending, some criticizing, and others just watching everything unfold like it's entertainment. Because once it reaches that level, it's no longer just news. It becomes a moment. But beneath all the noise, there's something deeper going on, something bigger than just one situation. Because this isn't just about one incident, and it's not just about one artist. It's about a pattern. Look at Pooh Shiesty. Came out, built momentum, started winning. Everything was moving fast. The numbers were there. The attention was there. The opportunity was right in front of him. It looked like nothing could slow that down. But then, things changed. And when you look at it closely, it doesn't feel random. It feels familiar, like a cycle people have seen play out before, just with different names. Everything was lining up. Success, money, attention. The kind of momentum most artists spend their whole lives chasing, the kind of run that makes it feel like nothing can go wrong. But then, everything shifted, and that's when people started asking the same question. What went wrong? Because from the outside, it didn't make sense. One minute, everything is on track. The next, it feels like everything is slipping through your hands. No warning, no clear reason, just a sudden change that nobody can fully explain. Some say it's the environment. The people around you don't always grow when you do. The same energy, the same habits, the same mindset stays close. Even when your life is moving in a completely different direction. Some say it's pressure, the expectations get heavier, the spotlight gets brighter, and suddenly every move feels like it could define your future. One mistake doesn't just feel like a mistake anymore, it feels like a headline waiting to happen. Others say it's mindset, because no matter how far you go, if your thinking stays the same, your decisions usually follow. And those decisions, they add up quicker than most people realize. And that's the part nobody really talks about. Because sometimes, the hardest part isn't making it out. It's staying out. It's maintaining that level when everything around you is trying to pull you back into old patterns, old reactions, old ways of thinking, and when you mix success with old habits, things don't just go wrong, they spiral fast. Now tie that back to everything happening right now, and it starts to make a lot more sense. Here's the real issue. Because what looks confusing on the surface might actually be a pattern repeating itself. Fans don't just watch anymore, they analyze every detail. They compare timelines, outfits, and locations. They investigate like detectives. So when something feels off, even slightly, they don't ignore it. They dig deeper. That's why situations like the GloRilla rumors don't just disappear. And that's why situations like the Gucci Mane debate don't stay quiet. Because once doubt is there, the internet doesn't let it go. Because now, it's not about what's said, it's about what people believe. And once doubt enters the conversation, it spreads. Fast. At this point, it's not even about proving what's true or false anymore. It's about perception, because one side sees denial, the other sees distraction. One side sees someone shutting down rumors, the other sees someone trying to control the narrative before it gets out of hand. And that's where things get complicated, because perception doesn't need proof. It just needs momentum. And once a story gains momentum online, it evolves. New theories show up, old clips get resurfaced, every small detail gets re-examined, until suddenly, the conversation isn't even about the original situation anymore. It becomes something bigger, a debate, a divide, a constant back and forth where nobody fully agrees. But nobody fully lets it go either. And in the middle of all that noise, the truth? It gets buried under opinions. The other sees strategy. One side sees loyalty, the other sees contradiction. And somewhere in the middle, the truth gets lost. So now the real question is, do you believe what you're being shown? Or do you trust what you think is being hidden? Because in situations like this, those two things are rarely the same. And that's what makes all of this so complicated. Because by the time the truth actually comes out, most people have already made up their minds. The narrative is already set. The sides are already chosen. So whatever really happened, it almost doesn't even matter anymore. Because perception has already taken over. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on here? Are people reading too much into it? Or is there actually something being covered up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more content like this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story. Because trust me, this conversation is far from over.